the negotiation table, a theater of polite warfare. Look closely. Can you see him? The one who cannot bear the weight of a quiet moment. He leans forward, his smile a little too wide, his hands gesturing a little too much. The silence descends for a mere 3 seconds, and for him it is an eternity of judgment. So he talks. He fills the void. He explains the rationale behind his numbers. Again, he offers anecdotes about his company's successes. He compliments his opponent's tie. He nervously laughs. With every unnecessary word, he unravels. He is not building rapport. He is bleeding information. He is revealing his anxiety, his eagerness to close the deal, his fear that you might walk away. He is showing you his cards, his entire hand, without you even having to ask. You have seen this man in a boardroom, at a dinner party, in a tense family discussion. Perhaps, if you are being truly honest with yourself, you have even been this man. You felt the pressure of silence, and you buckled. You spoke when you should have listened. You gave away leverage for the fleeting comfort of making a sound. It is a fool's bargain, and it is a mistake the powerful never, ever make. There is an old and rather dangerous piece of wisdom that the masters of this world understand in their bones. It is a law so simple in its phrasing, yet so profound in its application. Law 4. Always say less than necessary. You see, the common man believes power is in what he says. His clever arguments, his witty retorts, his grand pronouncements. He thinks his words are his weapons. He is wrong. Your words are liabilities. Every sentence you utter is a potential hook for your opponent. It can be twisted, misinterpreted, debated, or used to gauge your intentions. The more you say, the more likely you are to say something foolish, something you will regret. When you are silent, however, you are a void, a black box. People cannot grapple with what isn't there. Your silence unnerves them. They rush to fill it, and in their haste, they reveal themselves. Your brevity makes you seem profound. Your restraint makes you seem disciplined. By saying less, you force the world to interpret you, and they will almost always project their own insecurities and desires onto the blank canvas of your quiet. You become an enigma, and there is nothing more powerful than an enigma. Let us move from theory to practice. The first, and perhaps most devastating, weapon in your new arsenal is what I call the interrogative silence. It is deceptively simple. Your opponent makes a statement, an offer, a demand, an accusation. They finish speaking, and they look to you for a response, and you give them nothing. You do not nod, you do not scowl. You simply hold their gaze, your expression neutral, perhaps with the slightest hint of detached curiosity. You just wait. 1 second, 2, 4. The air becomes thick. Their mind begins to race. Did I say the wrong thing? Do they know something I don't? Was my offer insulting? Their confidence begins to crumble, eroded by their own imagination. Imagine your counterpart says, "Our absolute best price is $200,000. They say it with a firm, practiced confidence. Instead of countering, you lean back slightly, meet their eyes, and say nothing. You let the silence hang there. What happens next is almost magical. more often than not, the dam of their resolve will break. They will start talking again. Of course, that's our initial position. There might be some room to move on the delivery schedule, or we could discuss including the extended warranty. They are now negotiating against themselves. You did not have to argue. You did not have to threaten. You simply created a vacuum with your silence, and their own anxiety rushed in to fill it. You made them confess their weakness without a single interrogation. Master this, and you will find that people will tell you everything you need to know. The second technique is more subtle. It is not about the silence you keep after others speak, but the silence you inject into your own words. I call it the power pause. The amateur speaks in a continuous, breathless stream, desperate to hold your attention. The master understands that attention is not held, it is commanded. The power pause is your tool of command. When you are about to make a crucial point, you stop. You pause mid-sentence, just for a moment longer than is comfortable. The room goes still. Everyone leans in. They were half listening before, but now they are hanging on your every word. That pause has created suspense. It has framed what you are about to say as an event of great importance. Instead of saying, "Your report is flawed because you failed to account for market volatility," a statement easily dismissed. Try this. "Your report is fundamentally flawed. You have failed to account for the single most important variable." Do you feel the difference? The words are the same, but the delivery changes everything. The first is information. The second is a verdict. The pauses act as spotlights, illuminating the words you want to have the most impact. It shows you are not rushing. You are deliberate. You are in such complete control that you can afford to command time itself. Use the power pause to make your words weigh more. Use it to turn a simple sentence into a declaration. The final tactic for your consideration is a defensive masterpiece. It is the art of the ambiguous response. People are constantly trying to pin you down. They want to know where you stand. They want a yes or a no. They want to put you in a box so they can understand you, predict you, and ultimately control you. The ambiguous response denies them this satisfaction. It is a verbal smoke bomb. When pressed for commitment or an opinion, you offer a statement that is short, polite, and utterly non-committal. They ask, "So, are you fully on board with this new strategy?" You do not say yes or no. You smile faintly and say, "I find it intriguing." They ask, "Do you think we made a mistake?" You reply with a thoughtful look, "Time will tell." They become frustrated. "I need a clear answer. What are you going to do?" You meet their frantic energy with perfect calm. "I will give it the consideration it deserves." Each of these responses gives them nothing to hold on to. It frustrates their analysis. They are left to wonder, what does intriguing mean? Is he for it or against it? Their attempt to extract information has failed, and in their frustration, they will often reveal more of their own position as they try again and again to get a straight answer from you. You remain a mystery. Your options remain open. You have committed to nothing, and in so doing, you have preserved all of your power. Do not mistake this for passivity. This is not about being shy. or being empty. Silence, when wielded by a master, is not an absence of noise. It is a presence. It is a pressure. The chattering fool reveals his hand with every card he plays. The master of silence forces everyone else to put their cards on the table first. The less you say, the more you hear. The less you reveal, the more they project. Your words become rare and therefore valuable. Your silence becomes a weapon, a shield, and a stage upon which your power is displayed. The amateur fills the air with noise, hoping to be heard. The master owns the silence, and in that silence he finds control. Remember this lesson and begin your practice. The world is a noisy place. It is waiting for someone with the discipline to be quiet.